Hey guys, it's Mike from What's Mike Doing Today. Have y'all ever been sitting there going, hey, we're fixing to go on a camping trip. We have no idea how to prepare for this. Well, I got some tips and tricks that maybe will help somebody out there that's planning a camping trip. You got your destination picked. You got how many nights, how many days picked. Now you just have to throw the whole thing together. I like lists. Okay, in separate categories. I have what needs to be in the grub box, what needs to be in the ice chest, and what needs to be final loaded into the pickup. I do not check a certain thing off this list until it's in its designated spot. So let's go out there to my shed, and I'm going to show you my grub box. Y'all don't laugh at it, but let me show you what I do. Okay guys, first off, let's take a little tour. I got my, trying to get all this in the video. I got my fishing rod holder. And all it uses is some of those little cheap hooks from Walmart, Home Depot, etc. My brother Josh for Bowers Creations helped me build that fishing rod board. And here's my fishing pole area in my shed. Now, I got me another shelf here that has my water jug, my tent, one small tackle box that's my son's, my coffee maker, my fishing pole holders, and then the heater for the tent. I got my Coleman stove sitting right here. That's an old one. On an old video, y'all can check it out. It's the day I purchased it. I think it's listed under garage sale find. Over here, I have another set of shelves. I got my big tackle box, my chairs, I can't remember what they're called. They're the little cushions for laying on top of the cot. I have my kayak box right here. I have my bait box right here. I have my big ice chest right here. And these three fishing poles you see sitting right here are my son's. He's going with me, so we already have that over here. But, you know, a little bit of organization, and I ain't going to lie to you, this is the most organized I've been in this shed for going on almost a year and a half. I spent some time out here yesterday and got it cleaned up and organized. Alright, let's get back to what we were talking about. List, the grub box. Y'all see that I have everything checked off that's in the grub box. Here's my grub box. Guys, y'all don't laugh at it. It's just a Rubbermaid tote with a locking lid. And everything that's in this box for me to get prepared for this trip has been checked off. The freshen up wipes, those are flushable wipes. They're good for cleaning your hands and another place. I got my Ziploc bags for leftover food and fish. I got my plasticware, paper towels, coffee filters. My coffee's in here. My sugar's in here. My pans are in here. I got a couple cast iron pans I bought at garage sale that I cleaned up, and that's going to stay in here. I got my Gain dish soap, and I got my salt and pepper. So that's my little grub box. That has most of my cooking utensils in it. And when I put an item in here or verify items in here, and we have plenty of it, I check it off the list. And then I'm too early to do the ice chest, but as you can tell, I have every single thing written down that needs to be in the ice chest. The water, the Mountain Dews, Dr. Pepper, sausage, eggs, orange juice, chocolate milk, cheese, hot dog wieners, and worms. Yeah, the worms got to go in the ice chest because you want to keep them alive. And then on the back side of my list, I have everything that I need to start loading in the pickup. And when that item is placed in the pickup, I check it off. Like, I start my list super early because I already forgot to write down the minute buckets and I think, yep, the Coleman cook stove. So this is why you need to start preparing yourself a little early so you don't forget anything. It would suck to go to somewhere and forget an item you need on your camping trip. I'm going to show y'all something else that is home built. It'll outlast the plastic portable toilets, but we call this the necessary chair. As you can tell, it is a metal chair, fold up chair. We put a toilet seat on it, and then we cut the hole in the chair so you can sit down and use the restroom. We dig a hole underneath it, use the restroom, and then bury it. See, right there's another item I forgot to put on the list, was a shovel. So this is why you want to start early. And then when y'all get done with it, you're done camping, it folds up like a folding chair would. Doesn't take up much space. So that's something else y'all might need to think about if you're going to some place that does or does not have a restroom. Okay, transporting eggs can be a little bit difficult. They do make a plastic little egg container that's supposedly for camping. My experience with those, if you try to take a whole egg, somehow, some way, riding in the pickup, they get broke. So I'm going to show you my neat little trick that I do. I get me a water bottle. There are plenty. Everybody has a water bottle. And I wash it out with a little soap, water, and let it dry. And then I take a funnel, and I put a funnel on top of the water bottle. Then I take my egg, and I crack it, and then I put it in the funnel. Sometimes you have to use a fork or something, and then you just run the egg down into the bottle. And the yolk might stop it up for a minute, but in my experience, this is the best way for me to transport eggs, because I can put 8, 9 eggs in this bottle, and I can put the cap back on it, and they don't leak the majority of the time. And because we make breakfast burritos, this is a way I found that's the best way for me to transport my eggs. And it does a little recycling, because you can reuse the water bottle, and then you can put this down in the ice chest. Your eggs stay cold, and then when you go out to cook your breakfast, you grab a water bottle full of eggs, and you pour it in the pan, however many eggs you need, and then you can continue to cook, for us, breakfast burritos. So I hope that little trick is handy. And if you're like me, I like keeping some good quality knives around. Both of these are Victorinox. I love these knives, and if I wanted to take this knife and this paring knife with me on this camping trip, what I do is I get me a piece of cardboard. As you can tell, it's corrugated cardboard. And what I like to do to protect my knives is slide them in the cardboard like so, getting your first little opening up without tearing through the cardboard is a little tough, but then you can cut this off with some ample room, and then you can put these in your grub box or whatever. This actually serves two purposes. It actually protects your knives from, getting banged around in the box if you have some good knives. Two, if anybody's ever digging around in the grub box, nobody will get cut. So here's another one of my little tips and tricks that I like to do when I go camping. Cardboard, good and expensive knives, and then you don't have to worry about anybody getting cut, etc., in the grub box when they're digging around looking for plates. As you can tell, I cut the cardboard down, and those are the two knives I plan on taking with me camping. So these are protected and they're ready to be packed. And I know some of y'all don't have the luxury like I do. I got my camp fuel in this toolbox. It's only going to stay in here for preparation of the trip, and then when I get out, I'm going to get back and put it in someplace that doesn't get as hot. And then I do have a small toolbox of rope, a hammer, funnel, a couple screwdrivers, just things I might need on the camping trip. I do have my rubber boots in here. I do have my water socks, and then somewhere in here there's a rain suit just in case it starts raining on me. But this is on my kayak trailer that I built, and I think there's a couple videos of this up too. Why don't y'all go check them out? And there's my Stella Dome. I think she's ready to go camping. What do y'all think? Okay guys, here's a couple tips and tricks. I can't really show you, but I can discuss them with you. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What are y'all going to do for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? I like to keep it on the simple side. Less dishes, easier cleanup. Camping can be tiring, and if you don't keep your meal prep pretty simple, after a long day of camping, fishing, hiking, the meals can wear you out just as much as all the physical activities. I like one pot meals, something that you can throw in all in one pot. I do like chili cheese dogs when I'm out camping. It's pretty simple. Heat up the wieners over the campfire, have you a pot of chili sitting there heating up on the camp stove. Lunch, sandwiches. The last day of the camping trip, last night actually of the camping trip, do y'all a fish fry. Cook the fish then, because then, you can do all the cleanup of the fish, clean up all your pots and pans and everything you had to use for the fish fry the last night you're there. We do breakfast burritos most mornings. Quick, easy, simple. We sausage, egg, potatoes, onion, cheese, some paste pecani sauce. Very simple breakfast. We don't try to do pancakes. We try to keep it fairly simple when we're out camping. Destination spot. When y'all get your destination spot picked out, some things you need to ask yourself. Do you need to bring water? Do they have running water? Do you need to make reservations? Do you need to bring a necessary chair if you need to bring one? Toilet paper, which is in my grub box. I'll never leave anywhere without toilet paper. Make sure you have some toilet paper if you need toilet paper. I mean, this is all stuff you need to think about and plan ahead to make your camping trip more enjoyable. What is the fishing laws and regulations? Make sure y'all know what you can keep, what you can't keep, who needs a license, who don't need the license. Most kids under the age of 17 in all states don't need a fishing license, to best of my knowledge. So, y'all be mindful of laws and regulations. Another one. It's for some of y'all, this is a little harder to do because I understand y'all live in apartments or you live in a small house and you don't have a whole bunch of storage room. Another one. Sleeping bags. You know how many people need a sleeping bag. You know how many people need a pillow. I like making piles closer and closer and closer to my trip. I'm going to set out the number of sleeping bags I need, and then in some instances you can't pull the pillows off the bed or whatever pillows you're going to take. You put the pillows on the sleeping bags the morning you leave. This helps you from forgetting stuff. The list that I've showed you will also help you from forgetting the one most important item you need to prepare your food for the evening or in the morning. And one last one, and I think I'm going to end it here. Y'all, start super early. You know you're going to go camping 2 weeks in advance, 3 weeks in advance. For some of us that don't have RVs, that can't just keep the stuff loaded in the RV, you got to be mindful of that. Don't try to do this all at the last minute. Work on it a little bit every day. Make sure you have the items you need every day. Flashlights, first aid kit. Make sure that you know it gets put in a pile or organized somewhere that you can find it when you get there. Because the night before you leave to go camping, y'all are going to be loading the vehicle. You're going to get to bed late. Next morning, y'all are going to get up early because early bird gets the worm. Y'all throw everything in the vehicle, and that's the worst time to be stressed out. Y'all are fixing to go have a couple, 3 nights, 4 nights of fun, enjoying nature, roughing it, as some people call it. Don't wait till the last minute. I hope you liked this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.